Hi folks, I haven't done a video in a long time and obviously working in less than ideal conditions, but just working on a few boards here I had bought on eBay a long time ago, been sitting around the box, and I believe it's out of a CNC machine of some sort. These are the slot connectors it uses. They have the forked pins where basically two forks intersect each other at 90-degree angles, and these have the nice Gray Hill dip switches on them also. I've actually got some connectors here I took off this board already. It was the same situation, except it's the smaller version, it's only half as wide, and there's only, a limited number of pins that were actually soldered on each one, but they all had wire wrap wires that needed to be removed, and generally they're not too hard to deal with. I don't know if I can show you on camera or not, but I mean, most cases you can let's see, are we on there? I mean, most cases you can just kind of grip them and of course it's going to be difficult because it's on camera, but it depends a lot on the quality of the wire too. I've actually had really good luck with the other boards, but they were a slightly different kind of wire. So anyway, I mean, you can go through and peel them off pretty easily while you're watching TV or whatever. You kind of go in no time. And as far as unsoldering the connectors, I'm used to using a solder sucker, and this is actually a really good one. I bought it at Micro Center. It's a Tenma, T-E-N-M-A, model 21-8220, and I don't remember what I paid for it, but it wasn't much. It was only about 10 or 12 bucks. They had about 3 different types there, actually. I bought one of each to see, which was any good, because I mean, my original solder pullet, which was a little bit larger than this, I had for probably 25 years, and they really are a great tool, but they're quite expensive also. But this thing has really performed well. I was surprised. I don't know if you never used one before, but basically you just cock the thing, and then when you squeeze that yellow button there while you're heating your connection, it'll draw the solder out, and as you push it down, you'll see a metal rod comes out the end there that helps keep the tip clean. The tip is made of Teflon, and you can also unscrew the body and take it apart. You can put a little bit of Vaseline on there if it starts to lose the vacuum seal. Worst case, you get something jammed in the tip, you turn it around, you can push the lead in the other way. But they really are great. So, like I was saying, I've got a bunch of these connectors we're taking off the board now that I was pulling the pins out of, and if you look at them, the way that they're held in is the pins just have a slight twist on them. They're slightly twisted clockwise, and that holds them in there so they don't slide out. But if you just give it the littlest bit of a turn, you can push them right through. Now this one has had solder on it, so I'm just going to kind of grip it loosely and try and pull the solder off. And yeah, it's actually going through okay. But all the ones that are not soldered, I mean, they come out really easily. Hopefully I'm keeping this on camera okay. I'm trying not to go back and forth too much because I don't want to be moving the board while I'm in it. So I'm just giving these the slightest bit of a twist and pushing them through. Now that one's had solder. May or may not go. Now the other thing on these, if they do have enough solder that it's conflicting, I like to push them through if I can, because that cleans off any excessive solder, so I don't have to deal with it, you know, as far as refining. But if you just grip them and pull them, they'll actually pull right through the top side too. But they do go through easier if you just twist and push. So anyway, I'm not going to go ahead and finish this, but right now I did want to show you, let me get those pins out of the way, show you something else here. So this board has a bunch of these red Gray Hill switches, and as most of you probably know, they contain the little gold-plated brass balls inside. And if you're careful, well, somewhat careful, you don't have to be obsessive about it, but these are one of my favorite tools, a pair of end cutters. And I go, again, I'm in an awkward situation here. I'm going to go just above the base, and there, pull the top right off it with most of the pieces, and you can see that the little beads are still there, sitting on top of the contacts, held on by the grease that's inside the switch. So at this point, I would just, you know, grab those with my fingernail, and there's also a little spring on there, but I would just grab those with my fingernail and put them on a paper towel and just kind of roll them around with the tip of my finger to take the grease off, and then just store them in one of these little, you know, these little snap top pill bottles. So anyway, that's about it for now. One other thing I forgot to mention, you know, like I said, when I used the end cutters on the Gray Hill switch, I tried to grab like maybe a 1/4 inch above the base, just to make sure I was only grabbing the body of the switch. But you still have the base piece, which has these gold contacts, or a little bit of gold plating anyway, on the ends of the legs. So, but what you can do once you've got the body of the switch apart, you can also grab just the base and twist it and remove that from the board. So just like if you were pulling off an IC. So anyway, I don't think that the legs themselves were gold plated at all, but just the very ends where they had connected with the balls. So that's it. Thanks. Bye.